I'm going to show you how to get to an 800 credit score in 2023. So I had a really great question or a topic that a subscriber wanted to talk about. Okay, he said, can you talk about gardening your credit? Now, this is a really important topic that a lot of people don't talk about. Very few people in the industry even understand what this means. People have this really weird credit myth or credit theory that get more credit cards equal a better credit score. Your credit score is going to shoot up faster because you have 20 credit cards that are reporting 20 on-time payments. That's not true, unfortunately. So I'm going to cover that in this video and teach you how to garden your credit to get you to an 800 credit score. So another reason why I wanted to talk about this was because I had a consultation call with a person that they had really great credit. They were between a 740 and a 775 between all three credit bureaus. And they wanted to know, how can I get to the 800 club? What do I need to do? I feel like I'm doing everything wrong. This person had an excellent credit file, okay? She had a lot of credit cards, but you can tell that she had a lot of credit cards that she wasn't using. These cards were really old, and she started to kind of add newer credit cards to it. So she had over 20 credit cards. Now, I never recommend that you have more than 20 credit cards unless you're just a crazy person like me and you like to stack points. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to understand what you're doing in that process and what it means to garden your credit. Because this person that I talked to did not understand what they were doing. They just had this theory that, okay, she said, well, should I get more credit cards so I can get to an 800? No, I said, do not get more credit cards. You have enough credit cards. Credit is not an issue. So getting more credit cards does not equal a higher credit score. I want to repeat that and really clear this up so everybody understands that. More credit cards does not equal a higher credit score, unfortunately. When people get into the credit card game, they start willy-dilly and applying for cards left and right because they hear this one's awesome, that one's awesome. What you don't understand is, yes, it is a good thing to have a good amount of accounts on your credit report. So that's the kicker. There is some yes and some no to this whole thing. But what's important to understand is you have to be strategic when you're adding credit cards. So age of credit is very, very important to a credit file. I'm going to put this credit file activity indicators up on the screen so you can see the whole breakdown of what we created and what it looks like. There's some truth and some lies to this whole chart that I created. It was probably about 4 years ago or something crazy like that. It needs to be modified. But like I said, there's truth and lies to this because what's important to understand is if you look at the total number of accounts is 21 plus accounts means that you have excellent credit. That's a good indicator. Now, when you look at accounts, that could be closed accounts, that could be credit cards, installment loans. Installment loans are mortgages, auto loans, recreational vehicles, all types of different loans. It doesn't just mean credit cards. It means a total amount of 21 accounts, okay? Now, historically, we've seen, with me working on different files, I can get somebody to an 800 if they have 10 years of credit history and only 4 or 5 accounts on their credit report. Much easier than if you have 20 accounts and 3 years of credit history. Credit history is what gets people to the finish line and gets them into the 800 club. That's what I have historically seen working on people's credit files. People just don't get it. Now, when we say you need to be in the garden, this is the best part about it. This is the part that people are missing. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that way you know every time we drop new content, okay? And I want you to know that we are a full-service credit management company. We do not do credit repair. We manage credit files, okay? It's really important that you understand the difference. I don't like the stigma with credit repair. That's why you don't see it in our name, okay? But we offer 3 different types of programs. We offer a full-service Metro 2 program, a full-service pre-litigation program that's designed to sue with no absolute attorney fees, okay? And we have the most incredible DIY program in the industry, okay? We created this program to make it economical at $50 per round. You can work on your credit You don't have to learn any modules. We create your custom Metro 2 attack letters. We email them to you, you print them, and you're done. It's just that simple, okay? The link is going to be in the description, or I will drop the link in the comments. Anytime that I drop a link, you will see clearly that it is with Limitless Culture attached to it, or Mike the Credit Guy, okay? So that way I want to keep all of my followers safe. We have a bunch of scammers that are coming into the comments. If you see a scammer, report them. Get them out of here, okay? I want to keep all of our followers safe. So if you guys can help us with that, it would be tremendous, okay? Always remember that you need to hit that bell notification. So anytime we go live, you're going to hear about it. Anytime we drop new content. You just never know when I'm going to pop up live, okay? So always remember, last part's the most important. All right, before you get into the guarding, you have to be strategic about the credit cards that you get. Now, what do I mean? Instead of going out there and getting all these low-limit credit cards and all these First Premiers, $300, $500, $800 credit limits, you know, all these cards that are crappy, you need to do your research and get your credit to a better point, okay? And then you decide what credit cards you want to go after. So let's say you think you want to get 2 American Express cards and a Citi card, okay? So what you do is you get 3 devices, 3 computers, 3 laptops, or 3 phones, okay? And you fill out the application and you send them at the same exact time, because the other lenders will not see it in that 24-hour period, okay? Remember that. Some of them will, because it can populate pretty quick. So the window is very small. 24 to 48 hours, you want to go after as many cards as you can. Run the applications at the same time. Nobody else is going to teach you this. It's kind of crazy, okay? And then you're not going to allow them to see the hard inquiry in between them, so they don't even know it happened. That's how you strategically get more credit cards. Once you get those 3 credit cards that you want, or 4, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you're going to stop, and then you're going to garden your credit. And even better, if you can get high limit credit cards with these credit unions that we talk about, and I'm going to talk about more credit unions, okay? If you want to hear more about those, drop it in the comments, okay? But get those high limit credit cards with these credit unions, so when you do go get an American Express, they can see that you have a high limit credit card, and they're going to give you one. But once you get into the garden and you need to garden, what do you do when you garden? You literally plant the seed, you make sure there's no weeds, there's no buggies in there, you're maintaining it, you're watering it, you're keeping your balances low, you're always paying them off in full, you're building positive payment history, and you're not getting extra credit cards. You're in the garden for a year to 2 years. 2 years is going to be ideal, because that's going to give you age of credit. As we said earlier, age of credit is important. This is what gets you to the 800 club, right? So I'm going to put it up on the screen. Age of credit makes 82.5 points on your credit score. That's the maximum amount that you can get. It only accounts for 15% of your credit, but if you garden your credit properly, this is how you can get to an 800 club. By not adding credit cards one in one month, and then in another month you get another one, and then another one you get in 3 months, and then in 4 months. That's what's going to hurt your credit score. And when you do that, you're reducing your age of credit. So stop doing that and be strategic and let your credit grow. Get in the garden and garden, okay, with your credit cards. Let them age, and your credit score is going to grow. And you're going to be in a better position. And then in 2 years, run the same play. If you want to get 2 credit cards or 3 credit cards or just 1, run the same play and you'll get the same result. And then guess what? You don't have a bunch of hard inquiries on your credit report, because you got the credit cards that you want and need. I'm going to leave you with one final gem that you need to pay attention to. If you have a $1,000 credit limit, stop letting people make you believe that, oh, only use 30% of your available credit because that's what lenders want to see. No, use as much as you can responsibly and pay it off in full. Now, if you can cycle a credit card, now this is a key here, this is the gem. Cycling a credit card means you use the available limit and then you pay it off. You use the available limit and then you pay it off. If you can do this responsibly and not carry debt, because you're not supposed to get in debt, okay? You can cycle the credit card 2 or 3 times in a month responsibly by paying your light bill, your gas bill, your water bill, your insurance, your groceries, all those things. And here's the kicker. You can pay for your car insurance ahead of time if you want to. You can pay for your cell phone ahead of time if you want to. Also helps you stack a little bit more points, okay? And you can buy Amazon gift cards. If you shop at Amazon, buy yourself a bunch of Amazon gift cards, and then that's how you buy Amazon stuff. And you keep stacking points, okay? This is the little gem that you need to be aware of so you can allow you to raise this credit limit, because the more that you use your credit card and you pay it off in full every month, every 6 months to a year, the credit card company will automatically raise your credit limit. Okay, you don't have to ask them. They're going to do it on their own because they see that you're using the money, so they need to give you more money. This is how you go from a low limit credit card to a high limit credit card. This is something I teach all my clients because we're taught the wrong thing, okay? And it's very important to understand this is effective, but you have to do it responsibly. Do not get yourself in debt. I cannot stress it enough. Only do this by paying your regular everyday bills and then paying extra on some other bills. So if you have that extra cash flow, you can use it to help you raise those credit limits responsibly. Responsibly is the key here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, don't get yourself in debt. Okay, that is the key. And I always want you to remember, subscribe to increase your credit score.